Hello everybody, thank you for joining me once again. Today I have a special guest joining us. Hi. Midnight. I'm going to teach her how to cook because she is helpless. Anyways, we are going to make a basic dish today for Miss Midnight since she has absolutely no cooking skills. We are going to make enchiladas. To get started, we're going to gather our ingredients. You're going to need beef because I'm making beef enchiladas. You're going to need flour tortillas. I'm using 10-inch ones. Some cheese. I got some cheddar jack fine cut cheese. Whatever cheese is your preference, it's fine. Some salsa, tomato paste, tomato sauce, cooking spray, chicken broth and or beef broth, 1 onion, olive oil, parsley, basil, oregano, cumin, chili powder, garlic powder, and onion powder, and then salt and pepper, and you can use normal garlic if you want to as well. I am using a recipe as a basic guide, which I will link below, but I am not following the recipe exactly, and I'm changing it as I please to make a dish that I prefer more. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're gonna start mixing the sauce in a pot behind us. All right, so to make the sauce, you're going to need the tomato sauce, the tomato paste, the chicken or beef broth, olive oil, all the seasonings, salsa, and the onion as well. We're gonna go ahead and start by putting some olive oil in a pot, which we have already started behind us, and it's on medium heat right now. And then we're going to dice the onion up pretty small. I'm going to put half the onion into the pot with the olive oil and just let that cook for a little bit. And then we're going to follow the recipe as it says to start adding in the other ingredients, and we'll be right back with that. Alright, so I decided I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I dice up an onion. This is not really a professional way of doing it, but this is the way that I like to do it. So first I'm going to cut the onion in half. I'm using a very sharp knife, so I'm going to be really careful about that. And then I'm going to peel the onion. And I'm just going to use the bag that I put the onion in to put the trash in it. I just almost lost a nail. It would have went in our food. Alright, now I'm going to trim off one side of the onion and leave the other side attached so that it looks like this. It's a half of an onion with the root on the bottom, like this. And I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to make incisions in the onion as close to the root as I can safely get without cutting it all the way through. For the size of my onion, I'm doing that 3 times. And then I'm gonna cut the onion lengthwise once again, not cutting all the way to the root. And do that very smallly because I want my onion to be chopped up very finely or diced up very finely. And then I'm just gonna cut it the other way. And here you have a very finely diced onion. Just like that. All right, you guys, me and Midnight got the sauce together and she is on sauce duty now. She's back there stirring it in the background. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the important part that's actually difficult. I'm just kidding, Midnight. I'm gonna go ahead and brown 1 pound of ground beef, and I'm going to add all of the same seasonings to it, as well as the rest of the onion that I have diced up here. And I'm also going to put a little bit of salsa in mine because I like to have more textures in my beef. So we're gonna go ahead and get working on the beef now, and we'll be right back. All right, you guys, we are back. I finished browning the beef. Midnight finished stirring the sauce because that's all that she's done. And I went ahead and added some of my shredded cheese to my beef. Now that everything's ready, except for the oven preheating, which is almost there, we're gonna go ahead and put together our enchiladas. Now, the recipe that we're using says to put them in the oven for a little bit to warm them up, but we're gonna go ahead and skip that step because the kids are hungry and Bakugo blew up the other half of the kitchen, so we gotta get a move on. So we're gonna go ahead and grab the beef. The pan is still really hot. We have our pan right here. We put foil in the bottom of it to make it easier to clean. And we've got our sauce right here that Midnight stirred. We've got some cooking spray. I didn't spray a lot of cooking spray on because we're gonna put some sauce in the bottom too. I'm not gonna put a lot because I don't like to waste the sauce, but putting probably about half a cup in the bottom of the pan to get the bottom of the enchiladas covered too. Wow, Minette, I gotta hand it to you. This sauce is really good. It smells amazing. You did a great job.
Are you surprised?
Yes. Now we're gonna go ahead and get our cheesy beef into the tortillas. We put all the seasonings in, onion, cheese, salsa. The recipe said to put some of our prepared sauce into it as well, but we went ahead and put some extra tomato sauce that we had instead and some of the salsa separately to save our sauce. Look at how tiny. So when I'm wrapping the enchilada, let me get you guys a better view. I'm gonna fold both of the ends in like this. Midnight, are you paying attention?
Yes.
And then fold this side over and then just roll it. And then you wanna put it so that the flap is down in the pan so it stays shut. All right, Midnight, you go ahead and give it a try.
Okay. You have to remind me exactly how much to put this in.
Not too much. We want to fill it as many as we can.
Yeah.
That's probably enough. So spread it out.
Okay.
Like this. Mediocre at best, but sharp.
Hey, at least I'm trying.
Yes, you are trying. I appreciate that.
Usually you cook for the kids by yourself.
Bakugo helps on occasion, but he ends up blowing up the kitchen every time. You're doing great.
Haha!
Just like that. All right, now do the rest of them since you haven't done anything else. I'm just kidding, I'll help. How about I put the beef in and you roll them?
Okay.
Since you're a good wrapper. You get it, because you're wrapping the beef. Yeah, okay, you don't like my dad jokes, I get it.
just surprised you actually made one. You've been hanging out with Mike too much.
You're right. I need to get a divorce.
I mean, at least his jokes are better than all Mike's.
You've got a point there. I have a feeling he's gonna walk through the door now that we said his name.
And go, I am here.
It's almost like the Kool-Aid man. He won't leave you alone. What in the world are you doing midnight?
I'm happy.
Why are you happy?
Because I'm cooking
Good job.
with my best friend.
Oh, is that what we are?
Oh, would you rather be best friends with Mike?
It's my husband. I can't be his best friend.
Or would you?
Or am I supposed to be? This one's for Bakugo. Thanks, Midnight. That was very helpful. Alright, so next we're gonna pour the rest of the sauce on top. Would you hold this for me, Midnight? Yeah. Here, you hold that side. Yeah, okay. Don't tilt it. I'll use the spoon.
Okay.
Hold it a little closer. If you use a smaller pot, it'll be easier to do on your own. But I like to make extra sauce. It's nice and thick. Then you just want to spread it evenly over the quesadillas. You want to make sure you cover the tortillas as good as you can so that they won't burn. I've made that mistake. I'm using the edge of the spoon to make sure I get the edges and whatnot. Push a little bit over the side. Now that the sauce is evenly spread over our quesadillas, I'm gonna sprinkle the rest of the cheese on.
Oh my god. That's heaven.
And by sprinkle, I mean dump a copious amount of cheese on top. Spread it out a little bit. Make sure it doesn't look like there's anything here but cheese. And then you know that you did a good job. Alright, now that our enchiladas are put together and the oven is preheated, we're going to go ahead and we're going to bake them for 30 minutes.
The oven's almost as hot as me.
You mean hotter? I mean, yeah, you're right. Anyways, we'll be back when the enchiladas are done if I'm still alive when we get back. Alright, you guys, we are back once again. The enchiladas are done. They are right here. They're super hot. We just pulled them out of the oven, so I can't lift the pan right now, but I will remember to take pictures this time. We ran and got some chips and salsa to have with them as a side. You can have whatever side you like with them. I prefer like rice and beans with mine, but we didn't have time for that tonight. Because the kids are losing their minds right now.
Which reminds me, who's watching them?
Present Mike.
I'll be right back.
Anyways, you guys, thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed my special with my guest, Miss Midnight, who is checking on the children now since we left them alone with Mike for probably 2 hours now. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye!